Yo, it's Real 92.3, man. It's the Real After Party, Bootleg Kev, Dre Sinatra, DJ Damage.
Yeah.
It's my first week here, y'all, so you know I had to bring out the homies, man.
Fireworks, you coming in blazing.
Got my brother in the building, man. Mr. Taylor Gang himself, Cam, a.k.a. Wiz Khalifa.
What's up,
brother?
What up,
gang?
What's up, guys?
What's up, bro? Man?
What's up, man?
So, Wiz, I noticed you, okay, we're going to do that. We're just going to smoke on the radio.
Well, you know what? I was just thinking this the other day. Who is going to be the first artist to spark it? And only two people came to mind. If there's two artists going to do it, it's either going to be Snoop or Wiz. And what happens today?
You got to do it.
Wiz.
Right.
So what happens if the sprinklers come on and take us out?
I don't think the sprinklers is gonna come on because there's so much electricity in here.
That's what I'm. See,
you know, they
experience.
Don't want to ruin that. You got to weigh the pros and the cons. Like that's what I do. That goes along with doing what the fuck you want to do. You just weigh out the options.
100%.
My man.
Yo, you've been doing what you want to do. You got this new game, man. This Wiz's Weed Farm game.
Yeah.
I installed it, man. I've been playing it. Been growing my crops, getting my coins up.
How much money you got?
Let's see. I think I got like
because you got to harvest it and send it in and get the money.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the whole operation on the new app.
Oh yeah.
That's so smart, man. I never even thought about that.
How has the reception of the app been?
Really good. It got really dope ratings online, and all the fans that fuck with it, they've been hitting me up because I try to stay interactive on Twitter and shit.
Yeah.
Just asking them, keep checking in, and they tell me good things about it.
How's the dad life doing, man? How's Bash?
Bash is really good, man. He's super big, he's huge, and he just keeps me on my toes every day.
What has been the biggest challenge? Like, obviously, you're on the road a lot. You move around a lot. What's the biggest challenge about being Wiz Khalifa and having to raise a little man at the same time?
I would say the biggest challenge is not spending every fucking moment with him.
Right.
I want to be there with him all the time. But unfortunately, I got to do, my work. I got to travel. I got to be healthy, so I need to sleep sometime. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to tell him, like, nah, man, I can't play for 2 hours. Right. I got to lay it down. But in the end, he was going to respect me and know, what's good. But right now, he ain't fucking with it.
Speaking about respect, as fathers, we know kids say some crazy things as they get older, man.
Crazy.
What's some things, Bash has thrown at you that caught you off guard a little bit?
The cuss words.
Oh man,
yeah,
straight up,
pick him up, man.
Yeah, he's. I thought it was gonna be funny when my son cussed.
They like almost hurt you. You're like, oh.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa.
Whoa.
What was his first cuss word?
Damn. See, that one wasn't bad.
That one you can get.
I let him say damn.
Yeah.
We was in the low rider.
Like, yeah, I get it. He drops the F-bomb.
You know what I mean? But yeah,
you try to watch your mouth around him, or have everybody who's around him try to.
You
chill
know
out?
what? See,
it's
that's my problem because I'm super hypocritical. Cause I'll cuss in front of him and he'll be like, "Ooh, don't say that. I'm a smack your butt." And I'll be like, "I'm allowed to cuss, not you."
So we were just talking before the mics came on, man. We've been waiting for an album from you for a minute.
Yeah.
I've obviously been keeping us fed with the Taylor Gang project, but Rolling Papers 2, man. Let's talk about that.
Shit, I've been working on that album for I think 3 years now, and just developing different sounds and going through different things personally, and really trying to communicate that to my fans as the next step of my life is the most important thing for this album. I'm not really concerned with making the biggest, craziest songs. I mean, of course, the songs are gonna reach huge audiences.
Of course.
But as long as I feel comfortable with myself and how I'm projecting, my energy and my words and my message. And that's been the whole thing of getting everything together, because I've been all over the place. I've done the soundtracks. I'm constantly doing features. I'm constantly working with my artists. But to say that this is my project to give to the world, I haven't done that in a long time. And I feel like this is a really important project for me as well. So I've taken my time, I've gathered the music, and now I'm ready to put it out.
You said, too, it might be a double album, right?
Yeah,
possibly?
yeah. It could possibly be a double album. I just want the experience for the fans to be 100%.
Right. I
don't want to just short them with, one thing or what they're used to. I always try to switch it up and do it different. And every, great artist has dropped a double album. Pac,
Right, right.
You know, the Diplomats album was a double album.
What Cam do?
You know what would Cam do? Bone Thugs on Harmony.
Bone Thugs, Art of War.
You know, exactly. Bone. I was just saying that. Jay-Z did the Blueprint too. Like, you dig what I'm saying? So I feel like we all as legendary artists reached that point where our catalog and our fan base go like this. So it's like we could drop that double album.
Yo, you know, you were talking about kind of like you kind of have been doing so much stuff, but it's not yours. And I feel like you've been going through so much in the public eye, whether it's being a father, that you really haven't really maybe expressed that as much as, you know, fans have maybe wanted you to through music. So are we going to get like kind of your take on what's been going on in life?
Absolutely, man.
Because I heard a record, man. Will played me something that he was like, this might be the intro. I think it was called "Fuck 'Em" or some.
I don't know.
It's an old record, but you was talking about, you know, some shit that I'm sure a lot of fans wanted to hear. You know,
you know me. I don't really talk a lot, like when it comes to, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
I express myself through my music, and to be able to have an album and that be my outlet to express myself, I'm gonna take full advantage of that for sure.
Straight up, man. Who I know Currency was on the first Rolling Papers.
Currency's always
Rooftops
on the album.
is one of my favorite Wiz songs of all time.
I love Spitter, man.
Is he gonna be on the new project?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yep.
Who else can we see on the project?
Chevy's gonna be on there.
Hey, Chevy.
Of course. Man, I got a bunch of people on. It's crazy because all the production and everybody that I work with, I consider them like in-house because they're all my homies and my friends. But they're really features and shit like that. So it's hard to like, I got Thundercat on the album.
Hey, Thundercat.
Hey. Yeah, Terrace is on the album. I did a jam with Mike Dean that I'm really happy with. I worked with Alchemist on this album.
You got Al on the album?
Yeah,
wow. Man.
The ultimate pump maker, Alchemist.
Yeah.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though, Wiz. Like, of course, we love you. We also love the team around you, man. I know a lot of us got excited, including me, when we seen that Taylor Gang chain going Uzi.
Absolutely.
You know, that happened to not be a thing. But who are some new artists maybe on Taylor Gang that you got in the pipelines? People you're pushing as new faces to the brand.
Really, Taylor Gang is just all about, like you said, the brand.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like our artists and who comes out, it's just whoever fans and people are gravitating towards at that time. Ty's on Taylor Gang as well. And he's constantly putting shit out and repping the gang. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to be like, oh yeah, we got Ty up next. We got this. Because Ty's always busting his ass, like working. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with Burner. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with Raven, Juicy.
Any new faces?
Anybody new?
Something fresh?
Oh man, nah, we working on some shit. We working
We
on
almost got it. We almost got it real quick. We almost got him to spill the beans.
We working on some crazy shit, some shit that people.
Maybe you can't tell me the artist, but can you tell me the city they repping?
Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Hey.
Cardo?
Yeah. We work. We working on
Yo, speaking of Cardo, man, you just celebrated the anniversary of Kush and Orange Juice, man.
Yep.
Just such a classic project.
Yep.
How do you celebrate that? Is there anything like y'all bump it for the day? Y'all listen to some unreleased tracks? Like, what do you do to celebrate that day that kind of changed your life, man?
We just got super high. I called Cardo and recorded over some Cardo beats that night. Cardo's also on the album.
Hey.
A lot of people are gonna be happy to see me and him working together.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
And you know, putting that sound back out there. But like, really, it was just work. You know what I mean? And like, that's all I'm kind of really into right now is just, you know, trying to develop this new sound and get people's attention focused on other things, not really just one or two, but just to widen their attention span and kind of, you know, just experiment and experience other things.
Yeah, I know Cardo and the Taylors, there was like a split for a while.
Yeah, well,
what
Cardo
happened?
didn't fucking sign the Taylor Gang like he was supposed to. Like, at the end of the day, people associated our sound as,
of course,
you know, the same thing. So it was like, when it came time for us to put the paperwork down, he was more on some, oh, what am I going to get out of the deal as opposed to what do I bring to the table? And I don't fuck with people like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could be as talented as you want to, but I'm not going to deal with nobody's ego, and I'm not going to deal with anybody's personality that's hard to deal with because I'm a fucking superstar and I'm very easy to deal with. So when it came down to that, I was like, yo, we don't have to work together. So as soon as he got over his ego, it's like, all right, let's work together. He's not signed to us right now, but I don't mind making music with him,
right?
Because he got over himself.
And the fans want that, man.
I want that, but I don't want somebody who's going to be a dick. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to get over yourself. I'm not hard to work with. And especially that early in the game where it was like we're all still working and grinding and have potential to do great things. You're going to be great on your own, or you could be great with what people want you to be doing. You know what I'm saying? It's all up to you, because I'm going to be all right too. You know what I'm saying?
Now, does that happen a lot? Because I know we spoke in an interview a while ago, and you were saying how when you was first starting Taylor Gang, you were bringing people under your wing. You was doing things for them.
Yeah.
You know, no contract signed, just out of the kindness of your heart. And then they wouldn't make that, you know, decision. Does that happen to you a lot? Because
a lot of people
get
stingy. A lot of people get entitled. A lot of people see what I do. I make it look effortless, and they want to do the same thing, but they don't want to put in that work. So you got to let people fall flat on their face and realize how good they had it. And then they'll come back to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a good dude, so I never shitted on anybody in my life. So anybody who was my friend could always come back and say, you know, blah, 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 I fucked up, this, that, and the other thing, and we'll be straight. But I don't deal with people's bad attitudes at all. Like, if you're ungrateful and you feel like I'm not doing nothing for you, then you can roll. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be around me. I don't got to be around you. We don't got to get no money together, and that could be that. And then, you know, personally, shit, we ain't really got shit to say to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Straight
like, up. I keep it really simple. You know what I mean? Because I do business with my friends, and that's the most scary and the most difficult thing to fucking do. So rather than fall out and all of that shit, I'd rather just cut it short and then, you know, go be great.
Talk about the Lil Uzi situation. Obviously, there was like a lot of confusion because you put the chain on him. I know he's. I know y'all are boys.
Yeah. No,
I know he's
down with Taylor
signed
Gang.
with Drama.
Yeah.
Okay, so Uzi is with Taylor Gang.
Yeah, Uzi's with Taylor Gang. See, Taylor Gang is a label and a management company.
Okay.
So we take on artists and we help their careers. So it's like at the end of the day, when you're working with somebody and you have different companies, it might not be Taylor Gang Records or this, that, and other thing, but it's all Taylor Gang.
It's an affiliation, right? Pretty much.
Still down.
He has a whole squad of people who's been putting his career together.
Right.
Since before we've been working with him doing business, but we've all been working together. We've all been on tour together. We've all shared the same space and got money together. So it only made sense for our teams to merge. That's what it really is. It's a merging of two sides.
I got it.
And us working together. You know what I mean?
I feel like when you took him on the Boys of Summer tours, how you pronounce it, that was like, that was a changing point. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I've seen him perform before that and after that, and I feel like once he came back, he had another confidence as far as going in front
Everybody that went on tour with me came back with new confidence.
I'm saying.
Start with Kendrick.
That's all
the way to Big Sean. Like everybody. Like I've been on tour with all of these dudes during the summer. It was the great summer tours, and then they've gone on to have awesome careers and become, you know, headliners and do festivals and things like that. That's how it's supposed to be. But
100%.
Yeah, you know. So Drama's a great businessman. Of course, you know, I got great business people with me. Shout out to Will, shout out to Constance, shout out to everybody who does what they do behind the scenes. And they put it together. So it's Taylor Gang and a bunch of other things.
Love,
you mentioned like Kendrick, man. What do you think of that Damn album? It's kind of like
I love it.
Taking over hip hop right now.
Yeah, I love it. I love it because people, you know, they support it. You know what I mean? And when everybody gets behind somebody and cheers them on, I'm always happy for that person. Man.
Hell yeah, Kendrick definitely gets a lot of love.
What else you listening to, man? You always, I feel like every time I'm around
ahead of the curve.
You're ahead of the curve.
He's always 6 months ahead of the curve.
First time I heard 21 Savage was with this guy.
Yo, I heard he was up on McConan so early. Like, this certain rappers, like, I'm like, how do you find this shit?
I'm not telling nobody shit.
Yeah, how do you find this shit, man?
No more free A&R
geek,
tips.
dog. I'll be on the internet like 24/7, man. It's kind of scary.
Yo, you always on this shit. I'll tell you that much.
Yo, what is the most memorable Wiz Khalifa party you've ever done? Because like I always, we had one. Do you remember that time we was in Flagstaff? Your cousin was there, and we just rode up to a frat party. It was like in the mountains, and we just took over somebody's house.
That one.
It was at NAU.
Oh, yeah. And we were just standing there, like in the middle of the crib.
In the middle of the crib.
Yeah, that was ratchet. We shouldn't have done that.
we just took over, like literally.
We've done some pretty wild things, man. Like we taking over some bars in like New Zealand.
Just showed
that
up.
was pretty legendary. Recently, we went to this little spot in Guatemala.
Nice.
It's called like Cafe No Say, and their rule is like you got to get fucked up. Like you just have to get hammered. So that was pretty cool. Vegas, anytime. Like my first like real pool party at the Palms, I remember I did way too much that night.
I think I've probably done more douchebag shit in my life at Wiz's like.
Well, yeah, because we kind of encourage that behavior.
I passed out on the couch in fetal position.
I had to wake you up.
You had to wake me up.
This was recently.
I've buried. I've definitely tapped out on it.
Because that's my man, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens is when you're at parties, you know this, niggas fuck with you when you sleep. So this nigga fell asleep in the middle of the party, dog. I'm talking about like niggas was like,
he was on the ground?
And he was just in the couch like a baby. I was like, yo, Kev, get up, bro.
Yo, you
go upstairs. I was like, go upstairs, nigga, now. Like, get up right now. he was looking at me like he didn't know where he was at. Yeah.
Yo, you got the first single picked out for the new project yet?
Yeah, yep. I got 2 singles picked out. I actually got 3 or 4. Like, I'm gonna give away my secret already. We're gonna put out some songs and let people choose.
Okay.
Nice.
Just because of how popular streaming is.
Yeah, you can check the Spotify numbers.
Exactly. And that's what we really want to do. We want it to heat up on its own.
Everything's on demand right now.
Right. And then just let that decide or dictate. You know what I mean? Like people will gravitate towards what they want. So we're going to put out some things, and like I said, in different ways, and just try to figure out, like, make it exciting for the fans and make it make sense. So, yeah.
No, yeah, with these songs, right? So you're going to have 3 different songs. Are they different vibes? Okay. So you can really choose which way.
Right. It'll be different vibes. It'll be different just different ways to approach things. It's like people expect certain shit from me because you got Cushion Orange Juice Wiz. You got Cabin Fever Wiz. Yeah. You got fucking See You Again Wiz. I can't abandon any of those dudes. Like, Cushion Orange Juice got me to where I'm at.
Straight up.
Cabin Fever keeps me in the streets.
See You Again is like one of the biggest songs of all time.
See You Again got 2 billion views on YouTube.
That's crazy.
Like, I'm the only nigga with 2, or like, I think, I don't know. I gotta go through the numbers again because they told me on YouTube.
Are you tired of that song yet?
No, I fucking love that song.
I still like that song.
I fucking love that song, dog. That song.
I answered it for him. I'm like, no, man, he loves it. He loves it.
That song got it reaches so many crowds and so many people. And to be a rapper and to be this early in my career and have that type of achievement, I gotta embrace that. And I gotta capitalize on it and do more and more. Like, I don't have to make another See You Again, but I deserve to at least try to make another record that could spend 13 weeks at number 1. You know what I mean? Like, that was a really rare situation because it was on a soundtrack and it was dedicated to a certain thing. It was a
pivotal point.
You know what I mean? But, you know, when I go on YouTube and I look at my top 3, you know what I'm saying, songs, they're all soundtracks. And it's all music that I wouldn't normally do it on my own. So I have to do big songs that reach other people to stay this global phenomenon, as well as bust niggas' ass, like, you know, with whatever concept.
Trap Wiz, you know what I mean? One of my favorites.
And I shout out, I give a lot of credit to my production, you know what I mean? ID Labs,
shout out Ricky
Sledgerin, you know, Ricky,
Shotgun Ricky,
Cardo, like the people, Harry Fraud, fucking Benny Blanco, like these are people that I trust and that kind of just like give me shit. Thundercat, I've been working with him for years. We got like 20-something songs. These are people that if I need a certain sound or if I'm in a certain mood, I could go straight to these dudes and they'll be able to hook me up and I'll be able to, you know, fully be myself.
No lie.
Well, go get the app, man. Wiz, anything else you want to say before we get up out of here, brother?
Yeah, go get the app, Wiz Khalifa's Weed Farm.
Hey.
I'm playing it right now.
Just cashing it out. Go download it. Wiz, Real 92.3. It's the Real After Party.
Yeah. Taylor.